All right, welcome back to game number 2 between Desesfinchuado versus Regnier. That was a very good first match, and that's right, we do have a random, so let's see where it pops up at. Reg, of course, is going to be his Terran self in the lower left-hand corner, and on the right, we've got another mirror match, Terran versus Terran. I don't think either one of them are going to be expecting this right here, so maybe a very similar sort of build between these two. What do you think?
Yeah, it's definitely a possibility. Terran versus Terran is basically a marine tank. As we saw, however, there were a lot of marauders. It's basically bio-tank, and because tanks are just very, very good. It comes down to positioning, and it seems Regnier is going to be walling off. There's the GLHS from Dez.
Both very happy that they're here. Very friendly as well, so that's always good to see. It's one of the things that I like to see about StarCraft. In some sports you have a lot of raging and bad manners, but in StarCraft it's kind of like in MMA. If you watch very much MMA, after the match they get finished kicking each other's butts, and then the winner buys the loser a beer. So I don't know if they have this match set up like that, but definitely some good manners at the beginning of this game.
Alright, so let's see, there's the barracks going to be going down for Regnier. He's going to be walking off because he just doesn't know what's up.
And Reg is
scouting cross positions.
Yep, sorry about that. Yeah, Reg is actually looking across the map before he looks to either side. You don't see that very often. But it could be a little bit of an advantage if he were to scout on the, if he were to move to the right first and come through early. That might give Dez the impression that he's close, and this way Dez doesn't know which way to go.
Yeah, definitely. And the reasoning behind his scouting cross positions is probably because he wants to know if he's going to be able to take a fast expansion if there's a really, really long distance. And seeing as they are somewhat close positions, even though this is Tal'Darim, and close positions do not exist. There's just long distances and longer distances. And Dez is going to be scouting the right way.
So they're going to both see each other probably about the same time. Maybe just a little bit of an advantage, but not much. Both players are almost equal in everything, although Dez does get up a quick tech lab, so maybe he's going to be going for Banshees not Banshees, but help me out here, the flying units? Reapers, I don't know why I lost that, but there you go.
And there's a reactor coming out for Regnier. That's odd. But yeah, Reapers are very good because there are so many cliffs that they can jump up. They can attack down at the bottom across this little ledge here. They can attack from the other side where this potential third or fourth base rather is, and these SCVs are just going to hang out next to each other.
Yep, and that Reaper is getting rallied to Reggie's third as well too. So he's going to be able to hop both those cliffs. I believe he can hop both those cliffs and then start attacking right away on the drones. And it looks. Let's see if he builds a second one. I'll tell you, that might not be a bad idea. And on a map like this, where you can almost get free access to the SCVs to build 2 or 3 of those and do a lot of damage very quickly. And he does, actually. He is building a second Reaper as well, too.
Yes, I believe it is 3 Reapers that are able to one-shot an SCV. So if you have 3 of them and they all target the same one, you can demolish a alliance really, really quickly. And he's going to get in here. He is going to know what's up. He's going to see there. Oh, will he be able to stop the Reapers before? But Reapers do take Marines down 1 versus 1. Regnier is not noticing what's going on.
And we already have 4 workers killed. He finally moves them off. We have a few Marines coming in, but really we only have 2 Marines. So he's going to be able to kite those. Oh, and here comes a 3rd Marine, so he is going to lose that. But we also have another one here. So he could save that. He could put that in his pocket and save it for later whenever... if he ever controls one of these Zelnaga towers, if he sees them moving out, all he has to do is just move in, and he can get a lot of those as well, too. We do have some Hellions coming in for Reg, and both of them have their factories up and running, although we do have a starport that's coming up for Dez as well, too.
So Dez might be going for the same kind of blue flame drop, and that would be really effective. And actually, he is making a reactor on that factory that he has, so he might pump out 2, then maybe switch it to Tech Lab, get the blue flame, and drop with that. That would be a really good idea. We see Stimpex going down for Regnier, and
And we have 5 Hellions that are about to move out now. Still no lift up, no blue flame yet, and he does lift it up now. And he is going to go for the tech lab. He's just going to build one on its own. And yep, go ahead.
I'm getting that you still have the stuff killed up.
Sorry, putting it down now. I was actually just thinking that maybe I should bring that down.
So he's going to be able to run directly past his bunker. Oh, is he going to... Oh,
he loses one. Instead of... okay, he's going to try to run around the side, but Dez is ready for that. He lost another one, and now he is going to run into that base. Still, the SCVs are mining, and they come right toward them. He's going to lose a bunch of these if he just stops and attacks, and he does get some kills. One has 1 kill, and one has... Okay, so only 2 kills so far, but he is getting more kills. That... I don't know if that was a very good exchange. He could have killed it. He could have roasted a lot of those for that. And wrong one. Let's see how many he lost. Yeah, 5 workers killed to 4, so he evens things back up again. Although he does get his command center up and running, we are having one float, so they will be mining at about the same time.
Yeah, but he does have that orbital command, and that's a big advantage because he can have more mules out, and of course, mules do really, really good. This one Reaper is going to get 2 kills. Oh, and then chased, he will be picked off by that tank.
That tank decided to lay some heavy artillery on those jetpacks, and unfortunately, that doesn't do very well for the Reaper.
And Dez Enchufado is going for Banshee.
He is getting a Banshee. And really, those are good ideas because... Reg is actually leaving this gap here open. He's come in twice with it. He's going to be coming in a third time. He needs to shore this supply up, even though the front is typically where you want to do most of your walling in. Right now, all the attacks are coming in from the side.
There's just so much harassing coming from Dez. There's just so many things that he's got Hellions coming in. He's got Banshees coming in.
And there's the Banshee. He is coming in with that. He does move the Marines down. And, now that I kind of look at it, too, you think he would keep a lot more in this here because he's controlling the Zelnaga Tower. So he knows if anything's going to come around to the front, and he can afford to cheat the backside a little bit. But unfortunately, he's I guess it's just one of those common things. You always have to guard the front of your base because that's where the enemy's going to come in from. It's just the way we sometimes think. But if there's a lot in the front, then you always go toward the back.
Yeah, and Regnier didn't seem to actually stem up. He could have picked off that Banshee, but he didn't. He is ahead by 8 SCVs, and so he's got the advantage, but they are dying. Still no stem coming from the Marines.
No, and a lot of times you only want to do that as a worst-case scenario because he doesn't have any medevacs, and every time you stem, it's going to take about 30% of your hit points. So you don't want to stem unless it's absolutely crucial.
But, I mean, these Banshees are really, really going to work. Has 5 kills. The other one, I'm not certain exactly how much it had. He actually has 3 Banshees. 5 and 6, so that's 11 kills out on these Banshees.
Yep. Now let's see how this one Banshee's doing here. This one is in the wings, ready to go. He's going to move from one side to the other. When the Marines move to one side, he's going to move the other in, and it's going to be a lot like the swinging balls. When one hits, the other one flies up in the air, and it's just going to keep going back and forth, possibly.
Yeah, Dez is not occupying this bunker. That's rather weird. Seeing it seems that Regnier still has the SCV count on his opponent, but he just doesn't have the same army size.
Reg is scouting to see if Dez has his third yet, which he does not. And Dez was actually getting map control. Oh, we do have a push out now. So a lot of Marines and tanks. We still don't have any medvacs yet. We also have cloaking by Dez as well too, so that could come in useful here very shortly.
Yeah, these Banshees are really.
The Banshees are getting caught off guard. He may lose that first one. No, he does pull it back. And he needs to be careful. This is a favorite thing for Terran to do, is to line up against this ledge and throw a quick scan, and you can lose a lot of your SCVs and army just by doing so that quickly. Yep, and Dez is aware of that. He's moving toward the front there, and Reg is going to back up a little bit, very wisely. Let's see if he tries to take that corner and get surprised. Nope, he is going to pull back out again.
Yeah, and seeing it looks like Regnier is a little bit behind. He still does have the SCV lead, but the army size, and Dez has more More units, it seems. So I really don't know what Regnier's doing with all of his money.
I'd say I just noticed too that Dez only has 29 harvesters to Reg's 41. So if Reg is actually about to take his third, and if he can get that supply in, he can have a late game advantage to really rival Dez's. So Dez has got to get his next command center up quickly. And he is getting a starport. He's getting a second starport up, but still no command center to be seen as of yet. As a matter of fact, those destructible rocks are still there, so he's in pretty good shape with that. And, yeah, this is going to be an interesting match here. And the longer this goes, as a matter of fact, Dez is getting 2 engineering base, so he's getting a lot of tech, but he's not getting that third yet.